Hello, welcome to Bad Power Now. Me tries to be in-game content. So, excuse me, just ate something. I'm hopping on really quickly here just to let you know that there's new ultimate evolutions of existing monsters out. So we did get a little data download earlier this evening, and this appears to have been why. So we have 4 new evolutions. Here in North America, we have finally Kundali got his Awoken evolution. He's like the Karin of the Wisdom Kings 2. Is that what they are? Wisdom Kings? Wisdom Kings 2? Wisdom Kings. He's like the Karin of the Wisdom Kings series, where for some reason he got his evolution like way later than everyone else. So let's take a look at them. So here's the evolutions. Oh, he got a split and an Awoken. He's not very good either way, so we're not going to talk about him too much. But we got some 6-star Pantheon Awoken forms. So we have Xiaohudan, Gan Ning, and Sima Yi caught up to Diaochan and Ma Chao, who already had their Awoken. So their whole family has Awoken. So let's take a look at them. Kundali's awakenings are these. He has a leader skill that's bad. Actually, it depends. Well, he's not great. He's really not great. So let's just skip over him. Yeah. Awoken Kundali is probably the one you'll probably want to use because of his double multi-boost. I think every single one of his Pantheon has the double multi-boost and like the 7 combo, I think. I'm not sure. They all have double multi-boost for sure in their Awoken form. So that's fun. His active skill goes from whatever it was before, which I actually don't know what it was before, which probably means it wasn't very good. I've actually owned a Kundali since I started playing this game. I rolled one of him in my very first Godfest that I ever rolled in, and then never used him for anything. So base Kundali is a fire and heart to water orb change and a +1 combo count. It's fine. So now it is fire and heart to water and jammer and poisons to heal. So he removes heals, but he makes them back if there's hazards. And he has a +1 combo for 2 turns instead of 1 turn. So that's cool. It's not amazing or anything, but let's talk about the other 3 because they're a little more interesting. So Gan Ning's active skill is now a board change compared to a double orb change, which is what it was. It was just kind of like, Sima Yi, but for red and green, I think. Actually, was it for red and green or red and dark? I think it was red and dark, actually. I should know this kind of stuff, but I don't. Xiaohu. Okay, how do I spell his name? Shahu, not Xiaohu. Xiaohu. Done. So he used to be, light to fire and water to dark. Well, we don't talk about what they used to be too much. He's now a board change with firewood and firewood and dark orb. So it's a 0-style board change with an orb unlock. So that's cool. If you didn't have a 0 now, you have his board change. Although Zua's board change isn't used for a ton right now. This currently can be used for the fire and wood isn't used too much for anything, and the fire and the fire and dark combination also isn't used too much for anything. But dark and wood is used for a number of things, namely Vraska and Green Sonya to style things, and also Kamimsubi. So that's what that board change is useful for. He has 4 TPAs now, as does everyone. Not everyone. A lot of the members of the Pantheon. So that's a lot of TPAs. What else? His leader skill is 7x6 now. He was 7x6 before. It's 7x6 with a slightly stronger, a higher multiplier overall leader skill. His previous form, or his non-awoken form, is just a ×4. Basically the same as Diaochan's. So ×4 attack and recovery ×1.5 when reaching fire and dark. Now he's a ×8, but you have to get a high number of combos and match 3 colors. So it's kind of asking a lot. 3 specific colors, that's asking a pretty good amount. Although it is 7x6, so you're likely to have those orbs, generally speaking. Same thing here is actually Gan Ning, and I'll actually be able to show you all of these guys in game because I think I own all of them, including Kundali. So Gan Ning also has a tricolor board changer now, which is fire, water, and light, which is actually pretty unique. Very few monsters have that specific color arrangement, outside of rainbow, which doesn't count. And I guess Tachibana technically has it too, but she has wood and heart too. I think the closest thing we have to this fire, water, and light combination is Astrea, who is fire, water, light, and hearts. I can't think of anyone else who has this specific combination. Luvial, Famio, they don't. Yeah, they don't have fire. So that's pretty cool. Those colors also mirror Yuki from the Persona collab. So you actually can pair Gan Ning with Yuki if you want to. Although, again, his leader skill is 7x6, so it's good. It's beneficial. Most leaders benefit from 7x6. However, again, it is relatively difficult leader skill to activate. You do need the 3 colors, which Yuki will need anyway, so I guess like it's no skin off your teeth. But you also need 8 combos, which I guess again isn't supposed to be too hard to do. So he can pair okay with Yuki. You could just pair with Diablos. Let me actually, I forget if Yuki doesn't have any specific color requirements or attribute requirements like of the actual card's attributes, I don't think. So you could just pair with Diablos. It'll probably be easier, honestly, but you know, if you don't have Diablos, this can be what you can pair with Yuki, and it wouldn't be terrible. Yeah. So the one main issue is you won't be able to get your shield. For both Yuki and Gan Ning, the shield is tied to the fire, water, light part of it. So with Diablos, you could get the shield without your colors if you match 8 combos. However, with oh my goodness, phone. With Gan Ning, Gan Ning pairing, you won't get a shield for either Yuki or Gan Ning without getting the colors. And the recovery, it would be better if it was health, but you know, all of these seem to have the 1.5x recovery. Yuki does not need the health or the recovery. He has ×3 recovery, which is insane already. Moving on. Oh yeah, and 4 TPs and stuff. Simi, again, similar kind of deal. Similar leader skill. Identical awakenings. And his orb change, or his board change, is water, wood, and dark. Which is, I think, slightly better than fire, wood, and dark. At least, you know, the wood and dark part can be used for, again, Vraska, Green Sonya, Kamimasubi. The water and dark can be used for Blue Sonya, Dark Athena if you happen to use her still. Although I don't know if I'd sub him on Dark Athena. I can't tell what is his type. Is it God? Devil. So you can use him for Dark Athena. Water wood isn't used for anything right now. That specific combination. So let me show you some of their new artwork. Specifically, Gan Ning has really epic art for some reason compared to the rest of his brothers and sister. So let's hop in. Also, this is kind of funny. I just want to show you, since the ranking dungeon started, I have this many friend requests and this many Zeusverse friend requests. Doop, 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 doop. All of these. A couple of non-Zeus verses. They probably just took them off because they're done or something. So, I don't know. Is that like 20, 30? I can't count that well. But it's at least 20. At least, maybe way more than 20. I can't count that well. But, looks like everyone is Zeus firsted up. Good luck to you if you're still doing ranking stuff. And let's take a look at the monsters. So, I guess we'll look at Kundali first. Oh, he's not in my #1 box because he's not. I don't like him that much. Maybe when he gets reincarnated, he'll be better. I don't know. We'll see. I do see Gan Ning. I just kind of want to go in order because I guess I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff. Except I cannot find Kundali. Oh, there he is. So, new Evo, Awoken Kundali. Bam. That's what he looks like in his full glory. Is he wearing a mask? He looks kind of... Look, he's wearing a mask and he's got some more stuff on him. He seems like he's more naked in this one. This one as well, he's a little more naked. Which is his new split alt. Now he has armor. So, Awoken Kundali has armor. Moving on, I think I have at least... I feel like I have 1 or 2 Xiaohu Duns. I just saw one. I just want to see if I have 2. Actually, I can just check here. I have 2 Xiaohu Duns, apparently. We have an Awoken Xiaohu Dun here. Boop shka boop. This is what he looks like. He's Dragon Attacker. He uses a sword and a banner. And 4 TPAs, as we talked about. And he has a lively scowl, so that's fun. Next, let's take a look at Gan Ning, who, as I mentioned before, has pretty cool art. Again, I do have a Gan Ning, and now actually might evolve him so I can experience what it's like to play with Yuki. Makoto Yuki, who I wish I had rolled. Wow, look at him. Oh my god, like, look at how cool he is. Like, look at this. Kind of boring, a lot of stuff, can't see what's going on. And then bam, he's like a backlit, like, crossed spear, I don't know. People compare him to his art, not his stats in Awakenings and stuff. They compare his art to Amatsu, and let me show you why. He does look very much like an Amatsu. Like, burn this into your brain, and then hold it, hold it. Are you holding it? Keep holding it. That's Amatsu. So kind of like the front-facing, epic, big thing in the back, backlit kind of deal. So that was Amatsu, and back to Gan Ning. If I can find him. Oh my goodness, I have too many water monsters. There he is. Bam. He might look cooler than Amatsu. I think he actually looks cooler than Amatsu, in my opinion. Amatsu, I love him, but his art is actually one of my least favorites in Puzzle & Dragons artist's rendition of the Monster Hunter monsters. He looks like a weird polar bear for some reason, and he looks way more elegant in-game. In-game being Monster Hunter. So this is Gan Ning. So I think he's actually the best evolution of this sponge. One, because his board change is unique. Number two, because his use, you could use him with Yuki. I don't know what you would use the other ones for exactly. There probably is some use, just can't think of them right now. And maybe most importantly, is his art looks pretty epic. Lastly, let's take a look at CME, who is the final brother of these siblings. That's what it's called. So I have two CMEs apparently, and he looks like he gained more sideburns and some green poison fog. And he looks way more evil like this. Like, he looks like nice, like, he doesn't look evil here. Like, sure, he has some purple, but it's kind of like blue-white purple, so he kind of strikes you as like maybe a good guy, a neutral guy, not a bad guy. Now, he's a bad guy with his evil-looking eye and his other eye covered and the poison fog and that weird greenish tint to everything. He doesn't look bad. His art's pretty cool. He just looks evil now is what I'm saying. He still kept his fan. Looks like he gained his sword. I think before he only had a scroll. So he has a scroll and a fan, and now he has a fan, and he swapped the scroll for a sword. And he might have the scroll on the ground, but it's hard to see. So those are the three new evolutions of the Three Kingdoms 2 and the one final evolution of the Wisdom King that we've got. Let me know who you're excited for. Maybe I'll evolve the Gan Ning once I have some bandwidth to do that and try out Makoto Yuki. I could probably make an okay team with him with Amatsu and, I don't know, Tachibana. Yeah, Tachi. I wish I had a Beach Tachibana. That would be great for them. Beach Tachi would be really good for Yuki, but at very least Amatsu and Tachibana, and need to represent Fire on that team, so I don't know. Who's Water Fire? That's good. Who represents Fire on Yuki teams? Like Isis, maybe? Maybe I'll just bring Isis because she's easy. Anyways, that is it for this, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.